Hello everyone, very welcome to our Siege Sonic series. Today we are here to talk about a very special topic, 2023 Skyfall Commander, in the online media from the previous year. In fact, there have been a lot of self-media have been talking about this 2023 Skyfall Commander. Very special to see a very famous Chinese master, Mr. Nankai Jin. He even talked about the 2023 Skyfall Commander, the Commanding Star. He said, in the year 2023 a star will descend from the sky, and he believed that in that year the world would be born a true saint, a saint with brilliant moral qualities and spiritual power, whose presence would bring about a great change in the whole world. In fact, we have also launched a lot of willingness to push the back of the question from the 44th item. There are two saints born. One of them is the command star. In the 47th item we can see that directly talking about the command star Ming is also the command of the emperor of the matter. In Liu Born's 100 Years of a Monastery monument, a monument that came out nearly 100 years ago, it also talks about Maitreya being born in the Red Dragon Mist City. In fact, at the bottom we actually describe the so-called command star's present appearance. Commanding Emperor, commanding sitting Emperor, 10 square 100 countries for Lun Fly this is, also has been talking about the commanding star, especially in 1933 in Hong Kong, 500 years of war. In fact, also mentioned that 10,000 countries bowed down to worship as Happy then. South Korea, out of this time generals, this is the saints out of the world in the south then. Memorial Hall, into the Hall of Justice, that in generally speaking, we are in the making of this meaning. It will be very sensitive to every word and phrase used. This meaning used every word of this. We are relatively sensitive that until this Memorial Hall into the Hall of Justice. In fact, the CC Memorial Hall was rewritten as this so-called now the Hall of Justice. In fact, the CCC Memorial Hall was rewritten as this so-called now the Hall of Justice. The use of every word and phrase used in this meaning, we are more sensitive to that until this Memorial Hall became the Hall of Justice. In fact, the CCC Memorial Hall was rewritten as this so-called current Liberty Square. These signs all tell us, in fact, commander in Taiwan, especially this Huazhang Vajra supervisor, he told his disciples in particular, also talked about this thing. Commander sitting on the great emperor of the thing, that because the commander in the manifestation of the time of the manifestation of the time in Taiwan, but also by Huazhang Vajra supervisor to see. And then he directly on the speech, but also quoted the truth and also cited the pushback diagram. He directly talked about the truth of the United States of America. Ideologists see the saint of the East, a great man. He was born in 1966, in fact in 1966, before and after. That is, Huazhang Vajradhara supervisor directly added the words before and after. This is a very, very special thing, that Huazhang Vajradhara supervisors also directly with their disciples to say, the American prophetic truth prophesied that a religious savior born around 1966 has been born in Taiwan, and that this person will create a new sect by the will of God, and that in the future all the world's human beings will follow this religion one by one, generation by generation. Quite a lot of general cultivators have cultivation practitioners. In fact, a lot of magical powers. They are a lot of this kind of words. In fact, is very shocking, especially in recent years. The emergence of the so-called senior, in fact, actually see from the Puibei II more than 0 years ago. In fact, also see this thing Li Chunkong, Yuan Tiangang in the Puibei II. I think the world is very, very, very clear. Some people in the talk, in fact, the whole Puibei II, in fact, 1/3 of the chart is all about the Ziwei star. And when mankind and the world become one, when Ziwei becomes the earth, mankind around the world will enter a completely different era. We also remember that we have talked about this so-called 2023. Mankind will enter a new system, which is the one that Nostradamus saw 500 years ago. And he first saw the Eastern saint of the Easter season, who belongs to the Eastern rabbit. And this is the creator, Messiah. The saint is the creator, Saint Maitreya. But he saw something very special, and in 2023 he said that there was going to be a time of enlightenment for mankind, and a new system was going to be born, and mankind was going to be reborn in a new spiritual dimension, and the business of our lives was going to be fundamentally transformed. This is at Easter time. We had in this year, 2023, April 9th Easter, when we celebrated Easter in the International Conference Hall to celebrate Easter, our theme of New Easter and the appearance of the Oriental Saint. We talked about this ancient word, Maitreya, seers, Ming Wang appeared in the world, of course. Hope that religions did not know that they have been celebrating Easter, but actually waited for is the Oriental Saint, belonging to the rabbit of the Eastern Saint. And also the cheese egg also appeared. So then 2023 opened up in the world. This opportunity will make all mankind gradually into a universal shock. Incredible various religions also began to gradually into 1 million people, and the world will be the first time to see the cheese egg. 那个气势的贪也先胜了，所以接下来2023年在全球打开来这个天机，会让所有人类都震撼得不可思。一个个宗教也开始逐渐慢慢进入一个万家贵重的时代，就像珍妮，他看到了东方出现一个伟人，他将是全体人类在一个包容一切的信仰下皆为一体，赐人降个心，这个世界。This ancient sage's words we absolutely cannot ignore. This filled Maitreya sage. The master also exhorted the disciples of the ancient sage's words cannot be ignored. He can be positive color evil, warning the world as a disciple of the Dawa and the future to come too. This will fundamental Dawa, friends. In fact, we must have such an understanding of the West is also the same as the West of this member of the family are also very great. And also the West of these friends left a lot of intentions and hope that we should cherish this will no matter what religion of mankind, Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, the major sects, Tantric Buddhism, as well as the West. We must not be overlooked. This is the first time in the history of the world. For these friends in the West to leave a lot of wills, I hope that we should cherish this will, no matter what kind of religions in the human race. Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, all the major sects, Tantric Buddhism, and even we talk about the same friends of the way of the unified way. Don't forget who can unify the 18 strands. That is, this is the conductor of the saint. That is, all of you have been worshipping the Lord Ming God's predecessors left this so that we kneel down and worship. And the purpose of honoring this Ming God and Maitreya is to allow everyone in this life to at least be able to get the edge, to tie up this karma, to get the will of the fundamental Dahua. You get the law, you know who you are, from where to go. This whole heavenly opportunity is opened up. The four are gods reincarnated. This is a basic answer, but also in the last year to open up. This is the creator Maitreya sage. He wants to send out his will, fundamental Dahua, the creation of Dahua Maitreya Buddha in the city, the front, for him to open the only gods published after the incident era, the king of the world, the heavenly opportunity to open up. You can find this book on the internet. Life mysteries are opened. The secret of the three worlds, who made this secret, why the three worlds, but also a secret, and in the end, the life of humanity. In the end, what kind of a life of human beings, in fact, the ultimate answer are in it. Welcome to Join. The Only God Creation team is currently in front of the global recruitment because the ancient sages left behind the legacy to let the world know. So we hope that more friends to join us in this Only God Creation team together to talk about the Hong Chuan Pudu, so that people around the world can get the will of the fundamental Dahwa good. We are very good today. Simple first to talk about here is mainly because we see the entire self-media network has been talking about this thing. 2023 days, drop Siwei Singh in fact in the consistent road to speak. He is the god of the underworld. That is now the entire consistent road is currently reorganized to the plate. In fact, the main thing is that this Ziwei Dadi, he wants to regain control of the three worlds directly into the human world. So this thing, we have to open it now. Recently, a movie called The Bombardment of God. China made a very special called The Bombardment of God. List, Bombardment of God. In fact, mentioned is the world's common lord. Open list, Bombardment of God. Now currently into the situation of this is a master of the national masters, Mr. Tsang Sai-kyung special before leaving. Also particularly mentioned that there will be a sage to shocking God, to rebombing God, which is the same as the Blue Ring King Mr. Ziwei Xing, to see the same thing that I think the ancient sages are so open time. I hope that everyone quickly join our life-saving trauma team here in the field, and unblocking can be together to join the grand event, together to let more people to know this heavenly opportunity to find the way home. Thank you, thank you.
Mom, where is the way back to your life? 1,000 years of reincarnation, a place where you don't know the pain of suffering.
Hair wheel and heaven and earth are closed.
The road back to where everyone was. Greatness Lifetime Joyful Road. Come or go back. After a lonesome period. But don't leave any more worries. Fail to mention STH that you have not already done. Worried about the 2 mountain years. The good man will be revived and rested, and the evil man will be eradicated in this life. Returning to the road of return for those on the willow leaf in your heart.
Joy to the world.
Returning to the road of return 1,000 times. Fail to mention STH that you have not already done. Worry about STH and not wish to see it again. Be unable to